Madam Chairman, we're live.
Good morning and welcome to our Wednesday, September 3rd meeting. First on our agenda is Pledge of Allegiance. If you will join me, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody have a chance to look at the agenda?
I did. We adding anything or taking anything away? Or are we good?
Madam Chairman, Commissioners, my apologies. I was unable to finalize I was unable to send the meeting minutes out. So you do not have the meeting minutes. So if we could postpone that till next week, that would be appreciated. My apologies.
Okay, I'll make a motion. We approve the agenda for September 3rd.
Minus the meeting minutes.
Minus the meeting minutes. Well, that's on another action item anyhow.
We've got to remove it from the agenda, so we have to have that one.
Okay.
So
I will second that.
that's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right, so up next, we are approving the resolution for adopting our fiscal year budget for 2026.
Madam Chairman,
Miller.
Commissioners, good morning. I did send out I sent out an email this morning. We took a look at all of the funds to make sure that we did in fact have the correct amounts that would, that the balances would start for fiscal year 2026. And the Title III, we initially had at 113,000 to start October 1, but there has been funds expended out of that. So that the balance of that fund is $96,153.76. So the resolution that you have actually reduces the approved budget or the budget by that amount. So the new budget that the commissioners would be approving would be $42,176,433.93. As long as the commissioners aren't approving something more than what was published, we're okay. We're actually approving a lesser budget for fiscal year 2026, and it's specifically related to the Title III funds. We took one last look at all of the funds, and with the last claim period, there were funds that were expended out of that account, which reduced the Title III amount. Hopefully I'm explaining that.
So the 10,516,000 that stays the same.
That stays the same. That still is the levy, the ad valorem property tax levy that the commissioners will need to approve. Yes, but the overall budget will be decreased if the
Okay.
commissioners are inclined on approving this resolution. And I'll stand for any additional questions.
Questions for Clerk Miller?
I'm good. I'm good. I understand.
So we do need to read this resolution into the minutes, I believe.
That would be appreciated, Madam Chairman, just so the public is fully aware.
This is the resolution adopting the ensuing fiscal year 2026 County of Valley, State of Idaho budget, whereas the Board of County Commissioners met at the office of the Valley County Commissioners at the Courthouse, 219 North Main Street, Cascade, Idaho, on this third day of September 2025 at 9:05 a.m. pursuant to the designated published time and place. Whereas that upon conclusion of said hearing, the Valley County Commissioners determine and fix the amount of the fiscal year 2026 budget in the amount of $42,176,433.93, which is not greater than the amount of the tentative budget to be raised from property taxes that was advertised. Whereas that it shall be the policy of Valley County that any contingency fund expenditures require pre-approval of a majority of the Board of County Commissioners. Be it further resolved that Valley County's request is an amount of ad valorem tax revenues for its 2026 fiscal year annual budget that would be $10,516,530.60. This is adopted this third day of September 2025, and I would accept a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 2514.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 If I may
And I will
approach-
authorize Chairman Maupin to sign on my behalf.
just for clarity, Madam Chairman, Commissioners, the contingency accounts that the commissioners require a vote on is the PILT fund, the general fund reserve. So when we present those separately as board orders, that's what's being done.
Okay.
Those are the contingency accounts.
Another year,
Another year.
and one more budget to get through. Thanks for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clerk's office does a great job. All right, next on the agenda is our
How you doing,
HR
guys?
director, Mike Savoy.
Good morning.
Were you getting intimidated back there? You're just looking over.
The gentlemen behind me are here for moral support.
Oh, you need moral support from us.
So, good morning. I am here to present a few different things to you today. First of all, I am here to present my recommendation for the proposed general pay scales for the next fiscal year. As you know from years past when I've come and presented to you, one of the things I'm always talking about is our ability to recruit new employees and retain the existing staff that we have. We are still seeing unprecedented increases in wages throughout the country due to inflation, and we have been doing everything we can. This entire county has been doing whatever we can to try to keep up and hopefully maybe try to get a little bit ahead of that. This pay scale that I am proposing for the general ranges, which is everybody but uniformed officers in Valley County, does continue with that trend. I am recommending a very modest increase this year based on the fact that we are not increasing our regular wages for our staff as much as we've had in the past couple of years. But I am requesting that we increase it. It's a 2.8% increase in our pay scale. That brings our lowest paid positions that we offer right now. We're currently offering $17.50 an hour. This would bring them up to $18 an hour. Again, we are trying to get that number to a point where we can recruit a little bit better. We're still struggling with recruiting. I've got a number of entry-level positions and positions above that. We are struggling to get 1 to 2 to 3 applicants at a time coming in. Yes, we offer a great benefit package, and quite honestly, especially those employees, I can speak for myself this year, who use the benefit package that we have. There's nothing but good things to say about it. But of course, as other people will say, you can't buy groceries on a benefit package. So we do need to do what we can with our wages. So again, I am recommending for the general pay ranges an increase of 2.8%.
Any questions for Director Savoy?
No?
No,
I would entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion that we approve the fiscal year 2026 range chart for Mike Savoy, our HR director. Approval.
second.
And moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The
Sorry.
next one that I have is the proposed pay ranges for our law enforcement or uniform positions that we've got. These are the folks that will either wear uniforms, they are deputized law enforcement, or they are the ones that will go to Post Academy, such as our 911 dispatchers as well. They have their own pay scale. What I am proposing here, similar to what we did with the general pay range, is again another modest increase with this. The positions here we are trying the most to get the attention into is our communication deputies, our 911 dispatchers. We are fortunately, and I'm knocking on wood right now, fully staffed, but we've already got an opening coming up in that group right there. We are receiving some applications, but we want to make sure that we don't fall behind on that one. They provide a very valuable service to say nothing of our other uniform positions on patrol and in the detention center. So I am doing a couple of things here I want to make sure that I'm real clear on. First thing is I'm asking for, again, a modest increase. This one is a 2.3% increase, and that brings that 911 dispatch recruit, that entry-level dispatcher, from $21.50 up to $22 an hour. Other positions above that move up commensurately. The other thing I want to draw your attention to on this, you should see it at the bottom of the spreadsheet you have in front of you, is what we're calling a kind of a step system for our uniformed law enforcement. This would be strictly our detention and patrol employees, law enforcement positions throughout the country. This is whether we're talking other counties, city governments, or city law enforcement, state police. They use a step system. This is similar to what you'll see in federal government. What the employees have been asking for, and this is why I've got my moral support sitting behind me over here, is these two gentlemen have been asking me for as long as I've been here. Their employees want to be able to get an idea of, if I get hired on with the sheriff's office, what kind of an idea can I have for pay 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now? I've honestly pushed back a little bit on them because, as I've also said to this body, we cannot put you folks in a situation where you're forced to give a pay raise if the money simply isn't there. And I said, if we can find a way to compromise and come up with a system that lets our employees see, yes, I have a step approach to my pay, I can predict or at least anticipate not only where I can be in a few years, but at what point do I really need to be thinking about getting a promotion? Because we do want to encourage them better in themselves through continuing education, additional post-academy trainings, whatever that might be, so that they can become better employees for the county. This system is what we came up with to help us get there. Some key things to be aware of. First of all, if the money is not there for an increase, this step system does not override that. This does not tie the hands of the commissioners to force themselves or force you into giving raises that you simply don't have the money for. Secondly, it does provide them with that incentive in order to be able to say, okay, I can't just be a deputy recruit for the next 20 years. After a very short period of time, they're going to hit the top of their advancement potential. They will then need to go to school and get more information, more education to better themselves so that they can get that promotion. And thirdly, Commissioner Mopin, I know you're going to like this one. It requires the sheriff's office to have an evaluation on every one of their employees within 365 days of any pay raise that they get, and it has to be a satisfactory performance evaluation. So trying to build in a little bit of meritocracy into this as well. So again, this does not cost the county anything more than what we're paying our employees right now. It simply gives the uniformed officers kind of a chart or a pathway or a roadmap that they can follow to say, now I can plot my career. What do I need to do to get to where I want to get to?
So Mike, is this similar? We had that step system there at McCall Donnelly School District.
Yes, very similar to that.
Similar to that?
But this one, again, I've built it in place and put the language in it that says, if the money is not there, we don't do a step increase. So
Well, yeah, we were the same way, you know, they could go over in seniority, but if we didn't have the money at the district, we didn't have a choice.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm following you.
It is a pilot program. I'm asking the commission to give us a year on this to see if we can make it work, to see if it will provide our lieutenants with the tool, the recruiting and retention tool that they've been asking for the last couple of years to help them out in their job as well. Stan, for any questions on that one?
That's all I got. I understand what you guys are proposing. So
I think anytime you show the potential to someone, it is a motivating tool. But they do have to understand, if we don't have the money, we don't have the money.
Yep.
Cannot indebt a future board.
And congratulations on your new corporal. We need a motion for this. Make a motion that we approve the fiscal year 2026 sheriff ranges chart.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you
Cool.
very much. The third one that I'm presenting today is the recommended new positions that we have been talking about for the last few months for the various different departments. The new positions that in discussions with the different department heads, elected officials, the commission, that we are looking at increasing. We are looking for an additional appraiser one for the county assessor's office. We have already hired a payroll specialist, but I think for the record, I want to make sure that I also throw that in there, that that is a new position being budgeted for this fiscal year for the first time. That individual is working in my department right now and is diligently training on the new payroll process that we're going to be rolling out here in a few weeks. We have a campground lead. We're not real sure on the title of that, but we're looking for the recreation department. They need a seasonal position to help with campground maintenance for a new campground that they are going to be taking responsibility for.
And Mike, when are you gonna post that one? Will that be next spring?
I would have to talk to Director Bingaman about that one, but I'm guessing we'd probably be looking at middle of winter sometime for a rollout in early spring.
Mm-hmm.
We are also looking for a wildfire mitigation coordinator for our wildfire mitigation program. Again, that would be a grant-funded position that we're looking for, but that would be one that I believe I would be working with Director Holovichak immediately on trying to get that one filled as soon as we could.
So is she? I'm still confused about what she's doing. I know she had like 5 years of grant through the Forest Service paying her salary, but we were also looking at possibly transitioning her to county payroll.
That is my understanding. Clerk Miller might be able to confirm that we
Madam
want
Chairman,
to.
Commissioners, that's what we did for fiscal year 2026. We moved her salary to be a county actual salary, and this new position would be funded by the grant dollars, existing Good Neighbor Authority grants. We also, Mara had been in contact with the Forest Service to make sure that we were eligible to do that. And in fact, we were. So now the county has determined that the fire mitigation director position will be funded by tax dollars, and the new position will be funded by the grant dollars. What's going to be a discussion in the future is how, if grants are not available to fund that position, how will that position be funded in the future?
Okay, thank you.
Beyond that, we've got for the sheriff's office, they are looking for a patrol sergeant. That was their first priority position of the list that Sheriff Caperi gave. The second one was another communications deputy. Again, this goes just towards the volume of work that we've got in our 911 center. And then I believe they were also looking to convert one of their communication deputies to a communications lead. Am I missing anything on that? That was the priority list. Yes. Yeah. Was there another corporal that there was a request for a? Was that that was an upgrade for a detention deputy up to a detention corporal? We had a couple other conversions that we were looking at.
Okay, let's go back. Hold
Okay.
on. So the converted positions that I have were a patrol corporal to a patrol sergeant. Oh, there we go. Converting a detention deputy into a detention corporal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we flipped those.
We had two other conversions that we were looking at. The first one is coming out of the facilities department. Director Canada is looking to convert our outgoing facilities technician, who is retiring here in a few weeks, to bring on a journeyman level HVAC technician. The idea being that we've got so much internal work that we contract out that we believe we can probably in the long run save the county some money and certainly get a quicker responsiveness if we have a journeyman HVAC technician working for us in county. And then the last one that I have on my list was the conversion of a 4-H coordinator for the extension office, going from a 4-H assistant up to a 4-H coordinator, and basically split the current coordinator's work into two specific different avenues. The idea, again, just being able to provide a little bit better, more responsive service to the customers and the kids out in the community.
Yep.
So those are the positions and conversions, new positions and conversions that I'm aware of. Clerk Miller, did I miss any that you're, okay.
Did not.
Can you, Mike, can you explain what a communication deputy is? I don't understand communication deputy. I understand all the rest of them.
So it's a dispatcher.
Oh, dispatcher.
One
Yeah,
dispatcher.
we're asking for another dispatcher, and then we want two basically field supervisors. Field center dispatchers, supervisors for each side of the week. Our goal for the sheriff's office is to provide more supervision throughout the day.
So they work over in the EOC then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. I don't have any more questions. I'll make a motion to approve the creation of the new positions for fiscal year 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Lastly, I am presenting my recommendation for pay increases for all staff for the next fiscal year. In looking at the inflation index going on in the country right now and where we are with our people, I made an initial recommendation of a 3% cost of living adjustment for all employees, with an adjustment for those underneath $33.33 an hour. Anybody making $33.33 exactly getting a 3% raise will get exactly a $1 an hour increase in pay. My feeling was if we give a 3% raise to people making below that amount, they're not even going to see $1 an hour increase in pay. And quite honestly, if I'm making $20 an hour and I get a 3% raise, that's 60 cents an hour. That's not a lot of money. So my recommendation is we give everybody making $33.33 and above a 3% raise. Anybody making below that number, a $1 an hour raise. We did this last year. It allows us to move everybody's pay up by as much as we possibly can without compressing our wages. Pay increases, compression is the death of an organization if you ignore that pitfall that we can always fall into. By allowing or by moving everybody up by at least $1 an hour, again, we drag that bottom group up as much as we possibly can, free us up to be able to bring on new staff at a higher rate of pay than we did the year before, with as small of an increase percentage-wise to the county as possible. Doing that with the staff that we've got. Plus, I also made some recommendations for some individual adjustments. These are going to happen every year. We're going to have things happen with our employees. They're going to move jobs. They're going to have new people working with them. We're going to notice small inequities that are out there. It is always important that we take a look at those potential inequities and try to address them. Budget time is the best time to do it because then we're not shocking the system with a mid-year increase or anything like that. The spreadsheet that you have in front of you should show, I believe there's about 8 to 10 individual adjustments on there. It looks like about 8 individual adjustments. None of them are very significant. Overall, the entire increase that I'm recommending, I believe, came to 3.9% above what we're paying right now. So,
Mike, when you just told us that our minimum would be $18 an hour minimum,
correct.
is this now $19 an hour minimum?
No, it will be $18 an hour for new people coming on board.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And with that adjustment also moving, and that's a good point to bring up, moving the pay structure that I recommended a couple of presentations ago will not require us in any way to have to give anybody an additional adjustment. This increased request that I'm asking for here will fit right in with the new pay structure that I'm recommending already.
So even though they're getting $1 an hour, you'll still have the base $1 an hour less than that. Whatever they were
Entry
making.
level.
The entry level.
Pardon me now?
I just run it in my head. You're not changing the entry level. You're just adding $1 an hour for those that are in the system right now.
Correct. Yeah. So right now, our lowest paid employees are making $17.50. I'm recommending that they go up to $18.50 with this, with new employees coming into those jobs making $18 an hour.
Okay, I follow what you're doing.
So there will be some daylight between our existing staff and anybody new coming in, regardless of what pay grade they happen to be in.
Okay. Make a motion that we approve the county employees' salary increases for 2026.
Second.
And moved and seconded, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
That is all I had. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks
All
for all that hard work.
Thank you. Thanks for all the hard work.
Appreciate it.
Mike, will you be sending an email to all employees with that information or, okay,
I'll have something sent out to them.
all right, great. I would normally volunteer, but I don't have the bandwidth right now.
Not a
so
problem.
therefore,
Also-
if you could do that, that'd be great.
Also, you're going to see me probably publishing about a half a dozen job announcements in the coming today or tomorrow. We want to get them out recruiting with any of the new positions will have a start date of October 1 or later.
Take your muscle with you.
Pardon me?
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Good seeing you guys.
Bodyguards can go now.
Yeah.
Okay, up next, we have an action item, OK Gravel Recycled Asphalt Haul Contract. Director Bingaman.
Got a pile of contracts for you guys. Arnie was busy this last week. Yeah, so the gravel.
Private attorney is leaving, did you hear that? Gave notice yesterday. He said, well, there goes Dave's private attorney. You shouldn't have made him your private attorney.
Yeah, so this first contract that I have was for our portion of hauling material from Smiths Ferry up to McCall to stage for the second phase of the Sampson Trail project. Valley County Pathways chipped in just about $21,000 towards this amount. So we ended up with about $6,400 of that gravel haul.
Dave, how did that work out you guys had to re-award that to Coalesce, is that correct?
True.
But their bid was way above our 250.
Right.
So is Coalesce just going to go until the money runs out?
That's what we have in the contract, is that we'll go as far as we can go this year with the money that we have available. There's a pretty good breaking point. We have a crosswalk that's about 2/3 of the way down. And so if we could get to that natural break point in the trail and start fresh next year with hopefully some more additional funds. LTAC, we got the pile of money from for the safe routes to schools. Also has some additional funds that just became available. They were going to know more about the amounts and whether or not we could get a little bit more money from them as well. So
Okay, thank you.
that's like contract number 3.
Oh, I'm trying to pull
Oh,
up the
yeah.
contract. So I don't see a dollar amount on it right off the top of my head. Oh, there we go. So 6,400. So do I have a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll make.
I would
motion.
move.
Oh, go ahead,
Oh.
Captain. I'm looking at my computer.
I would move that we approve the OK Gravel Recycled Asphalt Haul Contract for $6,400.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
You guys
Aye.
want to just go off?
Aye.
Sorry.
I'm sorry?
Do you want to go off through all 4 of these and then we'll sign them all at the end? Okay, perfect. Yeah, so the second one that I had was for the Cabarton parking lot expansion. We had some surveying done earlier this summer down there, and part of what we're looking at goes into or close to a wetland area. So just to be on the safe side and to make sure that when we start applying for grants for this project, we have all of our ducks in a row. We're going to go ahead and do a wetland delineation on that. That'll put us ahead of the game as far as the permitting through Army Corps of Engineers and Idaho Department of Water Resources.
Is that property on the north side that Eld owns?
It's the the property that's adjacent. It's Hasbrook Farms,
Okay.
adjacent to the Valley County property on the north side of the road right there.
Okay.
So we're looking at about 300 feet of maybe a lease.
So it's somewhere 3,800 to 9,000, depending on where they get.
Just a small range.
Okay, yeah. What's going on?
I really don't expect it to be a very large project.
Okay.
But she also was very concerned that she said, "Hey, I want to make sure that you guys understand it could be up to $9,000." She said, depending on the scope of work once she gets into it.
How many feet of parking area will that give us?
It adds about 300 linear feet to that big pullout,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives us about 40 feet further out from where we are right now. So that puts us about 60, I think it was like 68, 70 feet away from the edge of the pavement right now.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
That helps. Cool.
I think we need a motion to approve up to 9,000.
I'll make a motion that we approve up to $9,000 on the Cabarton Wetlands delineation with Lansbury
Second.
and Associates.
And moved in
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I think that's a great project. Just really hope we can continue to improve that entrance down there. So
Oh, yeah.
It's heavily used.
yes, it is.
So any amount of parking that we can get beyond what we have right now is going to be a big bonus. And I think sheriff's office and other folks that live on that road are going to be happy to see fewer cars on the side of the road.
Sampson Trail.
Sampson Trail, long-awaited Sampson Trail contract with Coalesce. Same thing we talked about. We got $250,000 from LTAC. We have $1,200 from a Rotary grant, and we're gonna get started and see how far we can get.
I have a motion to approve the Coalesce contract.
Yeah.
I would move
Go ahead.
that we approve the Sampson Trail Pathway 2 construction contract with Coalesce Construction.
I'll second that.
And moved in second. All in favor? Aye.
Hey.
Aye.
Great. Last but not least is the state conservation lease that we've been working with United Payette on for the last 4 years. This is probably the last round of this lease. They will pay all of the fees associated with it, but the state wanted the actual leases to be in the name of the county. So as soon as we sign this, United Payette will send a check over to IDL, and we'll have 2 more years of conservation leases on the 2 parcels that are one on the west side, one on the east side of the lake in McCall.
I would move that we approve Valley County United Payette IDL lease.
I'll second that.
And moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Cool.
Interesting to see what that lease does in the future.
I agree.
A lot of community donation to make that happen. So save the communities.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's tomorrow.
It is, starts tomorrow.
Are we going to do it right here in this room?
Yes, get it to you here tomorrow.
Know that we need Catlin on there. We just need to. I can sign for her if need be.
Yeah, you're losing your lawyer, buddy.
No,
Going into business for
he's not
himself.
really absent though. Just put
Appeared virtually.
Appeared virtually. That's great.
They got little red things on the end of them.
My entertainment during meetings is to pull out the red wax on the end of our pens. I'll let you date them.
Okay, maybe a couple signatures from Mr. Miller over here. I appreciate it, you guys.
Thank you, Dave.
Good work.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So Clerk Miller, our next conversation isn't until 10. So if you want